Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Friday Final. Hope you're having a great Thanksgiving weekend. A big night of high school football, so let's get after it right now. We'll start with Loveland and Zanesville for a spot in the finals. What a football game this turned out to be. 14-all in the third. Loveland's Drew Pitt goes deep down the middle, and he's got Giovanni Ricci. 21-14, Loveland on top. To the fourth quarter we go. It's 28-20. Zanesville up 8. Pitt goes deep down the sideline again, and he's got Ricci again. 28-26. Loveland tied it with a two-point conversion. In overtime, it's 35-28 Zanesville. Loveland ties it again. They hand to Luke Waddell. He gets it across. 35-all. We go to a second overtime. In the second OT, it's 38-35 Loveland. Zanesville's last attempt falls just short. And that's it. 38-35, Loveland wins in double OT, and they will play Cleveland-Glenville in the D2 Finals next weekend. In Division 4 tonight, Clinton Massey and Kenton. Massey 12-1, hasn't lost since September. Massey with the ball first. Chase Wolf, Bailey Wolf's brother. You know what he's done all season. How about Chase taking it all the way for the Clinton touchdown, and Clinton Massey rallies from a two-score deficit to beat Kenton tonight and advance to play Youngstown Cardinal Mooney in the D4 final next week. 21-20, tonight's final over Kenton. In Newport, Newcap and Somerset in Class 2A. What a ride for the Thoroughbreds after losing 4 straight early in the season. We're in overtime, tied at 35. Mac Franzen finds Jacob Smith. Newcap jumps out in front 42-35. Now they need a hold. Couldn't get it. We're in the second OT, tied at 42. Somerset then gains the upper hand with that touchdown run to make it 48-42. Lining up for the critical extra point attempt, but Somerset misses. It's still a 6-point game, an opening for Newcap, and they would take it. This time it's Smith on the ground, dives to the pylon, 48 apiece. Now the Newcap extra point for the win. John Caudill drains it. Celebration is on. Newcap on to the Class 2A state finals, 49-48. They'll play DeSales in next week's championship. A couple of weeks ago, a 10-year-old did something no other child his age has done in a sanctioned game. Nolan Blessing bowled a perfect game. He reached out to Brad Johansson for a challenge, and as you know, Brad is always up for being embarrassed. Here's his latest, I Got Next.
Come on, Nolan. Come on. Come on, Nolan. Come on. Come on.
Yeah! That was Nolan Blessing's 10th frame at Northwest Lanes last month. At 10 years old, the youngest Cincinnatian to ever bowl a perfect game. 300, huh?
Oh, my God.
I want some of that. How much do you think you'll beat me by?
100.
You'll give me 100 pins. I got next. Off with the tie and a coat.
He's come out of Las Vegas, I don't know what year. It'd be the 80s.
On with the outdated bowling shoes from Sin City. I could tell. Nolan was a little nervous to start this one.
Oh, crud.
Here, let me feel your heartbeat. Ooh, ooh. Coming right through the chest.
And I started with a spare.
Hey, Nolan, let it be known at some point I had the lead in this game.
And the perfect 10-year-old, he was a little overwhelmed by the old man.
How's everything going? Feeling pretty good right now?
No, good bowl.
I was way out in front and feeling pretty good. Till Nolan got a little warm. 1, 2, turkey time, and 4 in a row would constitute the now famous Pete Weber gesture. I would follow him in the 10th with a strike of my own, and I needed just one more for the outright win. Not quite.
All right, well, I'm not that good at math, but I know 167 plus 100 is more than 172. Right?
Yeah.
That means I got next.
Another perfect 10-year-old bites the dust. Brad Johansson, Local 12 Sports.
Okay, back on the final. Musketeers were back in the ballroom in the Bahamas for a consolation game in the Battle for Atlantis tournament. They lost their opener on Thursday to Iowa, a game which saw Samaje Kristen leave in the second half with cramps. Hawkeyes lost their start of the same. Today's opponent was a familiar one to X as they just beat Tennessee earlier this month at CINCINNATI. First half action for Chris Mack's team. It's a nice effort here from Xavier. They save a possession. Matt Stainbrook ahead to Samaje, and well, he looks pretty good after that cramping bout last night. Xavier out to a 4-2 lead. Kristen had just 4 points today though. Down 5 now. Brandon Randolph, nice use of the pivot foot and a floater. gets X within 3. He had 8 points, 5 boards. Second half, all Volunteers. Jardell Stokes, little jump hook in the lane with a foul. It's a 20-point lead for the Vols. Tennessee evens the score with Xavier from the loss a few weeks ago. 64-49 the final. Xavier will play the 7th place game tomorrow afternoon. Mick Cronin's UC Bearcats in action today at 5th third against Kennesaw State. First half, Titus Rubles. Nice no look. Sean Kilpatrick lays that off the window. He had 20. This one was all UC. Rubles going to take it himself now and clear a little space with his elbow, but it's not a foul. Don't blow the whistle. 14 points for Titus. Off the miss now. Kevin Johnson up high for the board. Back up strong for the follow. Strong effort for the Bearcats today. 95-67 as they wax Kennesaw State and move to 6-0.